To kill a DJ was not a matter of necessity nor a matter of preference. To kill a DJ has wound up a matter of happenstance, a matter of privilege, and a moment of profound resignation to the diligence of instinct. In other words, probably a blasé fuck up. I'm sorry for it. Make no mistake, right now I am drunk. I have been drinking since 5 or 6:30 like any number of suckers here. Please bear witness to the fundamental truth that none of this could be possible without alcohol. I had hoped that by 33 years, with a modest amount of respect behind my work, with notable quantities of vices behind me, I would be above an admission as base as, yes, friends, I am drunk. I did it because alcohol. But I will assure you that this is 100% authentic. There is no aesthetic, only anesthetic and vim. And 3 shots of decadent outrage, which I fermented in a closed fist for years and years. Sobriety has been a chalice oft fantasized and rarely executed for me, but outrage is my old bedmate and friend. Here's the thing. This is 2017. My story means nothing. Only my identity, the identities of folks, and the identity of that false demigod, that fuck-blind nincompoop, mean a thing in a world where truths are forever more severe than fiction. Paisley fucking Smith. Paisley fucking Smith. To arrive promptly to the point, Paisley was in this city, in this neighborhood, in this same bar, drinking arms at arm's length not less than an hour ago, and now he is not. I decided 6 days ago that I would make good on our rage against fragile masculinity, to stop writing, and with an invisible gun, to just slug Paisley fucking Smith in the gut. But now, listen, I had reasons. I had known, like everyone else, the long and well-worn trail of misogynistic fragments, the again and again moments of fuckery following this person who called himself a poet and called himself a man and also called himself Paisley Smith. I re-wore the common sneer as I retold the sordid stories. Not his birth name, a pen name, and a stage name. Paisley fucking Smith was a fake fucking name. He built into this ridiculous name an unyielding brand of abrasive performance. He slathered away time at his poetry readings, telling bad jokes about the KKK, tearing into audience members for their ages and their faces, made fat jokes, make fecal jokes, people reacting uncomfortably. That was a high art for this person, you understand. His mark on the world was a dig into the collective gut of his community, as if to offend was to append, and the means meant nothing. That to feel anything was his art, and the stink of offense was his grail. But what were we going to do about it except write? What was I going to do about it except write? 3 days ago, my good friend and psychopath, Army John, asked me to stay at his ranch in Slow. I went to Slow, we drink porter. I went to sleep, and he produced a ghost gun from an 80% complete lower on a 3D printer in less than 3 hours. Just like that, an untraceable tool, something of total devastation. I was shocked, amazed. I had been sound asleep and dreaming of music and woke up with this thing beside me. That's how easy it is to get one. And today, I stalked Paisley to this bar. He may have known it. I had made it public on fucking Tumblr that he was my fucking enemy. I sat in front rows at his own literary events. I laughed too loud. I dropped my whiskey bottle with hands up. I slow clapped all the time. He was always sweat, and he avoided eye contact, the beads 1 millimeter and 1/2 millimeter pressing down the bald head and face, removing his black glasses and chuckling, as if the memory of his hideous jokes through the bile sponge of his mind would be enough to save his life. But yes, friends, yes, I'm aware that bad taste alone was not enough to destroy someone's stomach and life. There was more. I retold the story more than once that he'd coerced someone we admire into a sex cassette tape for the sake of art, then refused to retract it. I retold the story more than once that he'd robbed blind someones we admire of their dignity in bedrooms and in backseats with alcohol and browbeatings, that he used sob stories on rejection, that new in town bullshit, that zone of friend swamp rot, the nice guy tripping over his tongue at the finish line. You already know it. There's a lot of this. There's a lot more everywhere. Like everyone else, I called him out. So fragile, so manipulative. I'd been angry for years. I called him the fuck out. I wrote about it. And tonight he was sitting there just the same, among us, always wondering, Jesus, could it be me? Could I really be the bro? Is it my turn to play the bro? I trained my eyes like razor just before all this outrage, and Paisley just sat at the bar with his sweat beads and his chuckles, and removing the glasses to the bartender, ignoring me again, always ignoring me. I knew I'd slug Paisley in the gut tonight with a bullet from the ghost gun, but I knew not when. The anti-hero of alt, the monger of awkward chic. I enjoyed hating this person from afar for years. Everyone hated him for his misogynistic banter and his provocateur aesthetic. I gripped the handle of the gun stuffed deep within my jacket pocket, but this fucker wouldn't even stand up. He was there at the bar drinking his gin, very slowly, just one gin. The hours passed away at pace as if he were skinning them with drumsticks of beeswax, blunt, but so slowly, so carefully not to spill a single drop, even breathing aside in my direction. But for 4 fucking hours, no, not 4 fucking hours, for 7 fucking hours, I watched Paisley fucking Smith, age unknown, age timeless, a common man, a common bro, drinking 1 gin and togging, 4 and frock, fuck with quarters and dimes, fight to sweat away my presence without even looking at my silent judging. I would wait him out for the first moment I had a chance, slowly stepping into the backside of the bar in the dark, slowly press the ghost gun into his gut or chest or scrotum. Bang, the soft bang, bang him away softly, then walking away, washing my hands, wipe myself away, who knows. But I wouldn't stay. A beautiful bridge, a pristine railroad track. My task would be complete to close this shite duct forever and then go. As the kids might say one day, when one door closes, another door closes. I'm not there yet. So I waited him out 4 fucking hours or 7. The bar had changed completely for 7 hours of waiting. The lifers, afternoon people who'd committed to drowning loneliness with one highball after another, were as alien as I was for a while, and then as drunk as I was, and then inundated by new waves of fresher faces, which drowned them in an excited and hungry sort of banter. These slacking techies, these slithering hipsters, the frat boys, barking, bro, mansplaining cretins, proving things, explaining things. The lifers sank away from this terrible banter as the bar became young again, and then finally the DJ arrived. The DJ arrived in a V-neck. The DJ arrived in another pair of black specs. The DJ arrived as another bald head or a recently shaved away bun or a recently shaved away Hitler Youth haircuts or a recently shaved away beard with the wax still on, another bald head, another tribal tat, a corgi tat, and a BMW tat cross his fucking heart, yeah, and wearing an incredible smirk all the while. And because I was 4 or 7 or 11 fucking drinks in, I was completely astonished, painfully flabbergasted that stereotypes still roamed the earth to fuck with us in this terrible way. The DJ placed his egg crate of vinyl on a glistening white pedestal, unraveled cables and cables, prepared lines and lines for his set 3rd and 4th bros with remarkable pinched faces and in fact nar dwemer beards, dark beanies, helped him wind the lines around the pedestal in PA. A young woman in a beige jacket stood beside them with her arms crossed. The DJ continued his story as they prepared. He gestured back to the woman. I was like, oh my God, she was so wasted that she yacked, like the yak was like this. He gagged, rubbing his face. The DJ and the roadies laughed, and the young woman smiled at her feet. The DJ continued, oh my God, bruh, and her Gucci bag was in the toilet, all covered in yak, and I'm like, hey, I do not even love anyone enough to touch that, maybe not even my mom. They laugh again, and she's still embarrassed. This is the moment I set the 11th drink down. I rested my head on the bar and I closed my eyes. And I fantasized about mitigating this blasé callousness of the overheard conversation with violence. I imagined asking with a grin, which frat you in, my bruh? Fuckboy of the hour, my bruh? And then shoving and holding his red-hot face into a bowl of fresh pho, a cream of mushroom soup. My bruh, I can't hear you anymore. My bruh, I can't hear you anymore. To punish the weak-lipped aristocracy of this society's finest institutions of bravado and broad daylight. But would I ever have the gravitas? Probably never. But then, oh my God, Paisley fucking Smith. I remembered Paisley fucking Smith, and I raised my head, and of course, he has left the bar. I rushed through, pushed through, searching the bar, out into the darkened hallway, 2 doors to men's bathrooms, and I was waiting in line for no one, man. 2 doors, 1 foot apart, but I knew Paisley was there. I knew it, door number 1 or door number 2. I stood behind the doors, pushed out the ghost gun, raised to shoot, and I waited. And there, I heard this sound, so quietly, a rasping, a weeping, somebody weeping, a gentle bumping, as if this, in the men's room, somebody weeping, and a gentle rhythmic bump and bump, bump, hitting his soft head against the wall of door number 1, and door number 2, the stench of musk and excrement, the water rushing behind, and the DJ walked forward from door number 2. "What's that sound?" he asked. We both looked down to the gun stuck in his belly like an unfortunate lead pipe in some hardly worn house. I was the one to chuckle then, at last, and to remove my glasses, push the sweat beads from my eyes, and move into the blind again. So, the bottom line, friends, concerns mankind, concerns man. I could never stop him from existing while also claiming to be nonviolent, but it was a lack, a letting go, that hate fermenting in my fist. I let it go. To kill a DJ was an exercise only as focused as a clap in the wind or dropping a bucket. I mean to say that there was nothing to it, really. I mean to say that it's more a matter of being there in the right moment with the right people in the wrong music. To kill a DJ was as instinctual as to contract the common cold.